Welcome Ms. Shilpa Kudekar. She's a medical scientist turned holistic wellness leader with over 15 years of experience in clinical laboratory medicine. Over to you. Hello and good evening, ma'am.
Hi. Thank you so much for the warm and wonderful introduction. Thank you. Hello, everyone. How are you all feeling today? Just tell me in one word. Fabulous, awesome, from here. Absolutely amazing, great. One word from me, I'm nervous. All right, thank you, that is so amazing. I just wanted to say thanks to all of you for giving me this safe space, this safe platform to share my passion, my purpose, my love, my ikigai, which is Reiki and well-being. So we've had some great conversations today about AI, about corporate world, about business, about strategy. I'm going to go off a tangent completely because I am a frontline caregiver. So let's kickstart. I can use any one of these, right? Awesome. Okay. I would like to take you all through today about the principles, the intentions of Reiki. So what is Reiki? I want to talk to you all about that today. And I want to talk about some research, some evidence-based research attached to Reiki. And I want to share some of my observations and experiences with my caregivers and my cancer patients. So I'm going to request you all to come on this journey with me with open mind and an open heart. What is Reiki? It simply means universal life force energy. It's a Japanese restorative technique which is safe, simple, natural, non-invasive, does no harm, has no dogma or religious beliefs, so anyone can use it. It falls under the realm of complementary and alternative medicine or holistic medicine. It is one of the biofield therapies. How does Reiki work? Now, please remember, Reiki is intangible, falls under the realm of quantum physics. So how does it possibly work? One of the literature stipulates that one possible way Reiki could work, it's due to the interaction between a practitioner's biofield and a client or patient's biofield. So what do I mean by biofield? Has anyone over here heard about biofield? Michelle? It's all right, chew your food first. I'll put you on spot. Correct. So it's energy field. I'm sorry, you wanted to say more? How do you feel? How did you feel? Fantastic. That's your validation. Brilliant. That's your anecdotal evidence. There you go. It is. So, it simply means, biofield simply means energy field. So it's interaction between my energy field and a client's or a patient's energy field is one possible way Reiki could work. So one of the literature stipulates that me as a practitioner, I'm just a channel, a medium. And I channel this energy through me into my client or my patient from my hands. The beauty of this practice is that they are in charge, they are in control. They will only take what they need. So what happens is, if I put my hand, so with their permission, now this is a gentle touch. There's no pressure, massage, or manipulation. I can either touch them gently or hover above their specific energy location, wherever they want me to focus on. Let's take your head area, so your crown area. If I put my hand over there, and after a little while, I move my hand from the crown location to, let's say, the shoulder area, the energy field, or the energy that is surrounding them, will freely flow through their inner meridians, channels, pathways, clearing away any blockages that may be present. And I'm talking about emotional, mental blockages. So it works on emotional, mental well-being. So what are the outcomes? The intention of this practice is to create deep relaxation, reduce anxiety, reduce stress, reduce pain, restore your balance, enhance your well-being. Let's look at it from a scientific point of view. because my scientific community loves evidence and it's data-driven. Okay, what's happening? Nervous system regulation. Your parasympathetic nervous system is activated. What happens because of that? Feel-good hormones flood your system. I'm talking about dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, melatonin, endorphins. You have reduction in oxidative stress. Your stress hormone, cortisol, goes down. What happens to your system? Your body gets a chance to recover. Your immune system gets a chance to heal. Reiki essentially works in recalibrating your mindset. Okay, so essentially, it simply works on your mindset. So what your mind believes, your body achieves. Remember that saying because it is so true. It's reframing how you think. It's reframing your mindset. What does evidence say about Reiki in cancer research? I want you to take a look at these statements. Take a moment, soak these statements in. Now, these 5 statements were taken from a study spanning from years 2021 to 2025, recently. 2 of them were systematic reviews that looked at effect of Reiki on mental health care and pain management. As you can see that Reiki has positive benefits, positive impact. It reduces anxiety, reduces stress, it enhances the quality of your life, it reduces pain, and cancer patients feel pain. And that pain could be due to the side effect of chemotherapy, or it could be due to the igloo that they put on top of the head, cold cap, cold gloves, cold socks. They put that on when they are going through a certain medication that causes neuropathy. So to combat that, they have to absolutely freeze their hands and their feet. It's not comfortable. I can only imagine what they're going through. It's painful. Reiki distracts them. It takes their mind away from pain. That's how they get their relief. So I want to talk to you about my experiences, my observation with my caregivers. So I have been in Abu Dhabi for 11 years, and I work with a world-renowned healthcare facility over there. And during pandemic, healthcare systems took major hit. So us, as medical scientists, when we work behind the scene, or as educators, while we're teaching, we had to upskill ourselves. So I upskilled myself as in better sense of a word, dirty nurse, or a dirty scrub nurse. So I had to, with a suit, go in, scrub everyone, and we did that day in and day out for 3.5 years. And I could see in that process, a lot of caregivers did fall sick. They had to be quarantined for 21 days. Some of them were stuck overseas. They couldn't come back. So the remaining caregivers just had to step up and help the remainder of the teams, and we did. And I'm so proud of all of those souls. But what I observed in that process is that there was a lot of stress, a lot of burnout, a lot of fatigue, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. And a couple of us practitioners, there were 4 of us, 3 of them have left and gone to bigger, better things. So 4 of us practitioners decided, hey, why don't we finish our shifts? And at the end of the shifts, perhaps give an hour or 2 for taking care of these amazing souls, our colleagues, our caregivers. Because they used to come to us absolutely exhausted and burnt out and depressed and fatigued, and they used to open up to us. And we only did 20-minute session per caregiver. And we saw hundreds of them throughout pandemic. And I collected data, and the trend that I could see was they came in feeling anxious, nervous, burnt out, fatigued, depressed. They left going back to the units to take care of their patients, feeling at peace, calm, lighter, better, more resilient. That means they could take better care of their patients when they were feeling really good themselves. My patient journey started in January 2023 when the cancer center went live. And in between pandemic and the cancer center going live, I did a lot of Reiki awareness session with the leadership teams, with physicians, because you need to have their buy-in, otherwise nothing is going to go ahead. So my approach was talk to them about Reiki, and the only way they're going to understand the value and the benefit of it is to experience it. So I conducted, caregiver well-being sessions all through the organization. And one of the oncology physicians turned around and said to me, hey, Shilpa, I think this is going to benefit my patients. So let's start seeing patients. Come to the Oncology Institute and start taking care of patients. I'm like, there you go. That's the foot in the door I need. And since Jan 2023 up till now, I've seen over hundreds of unique patients, given over 500 Reiki sessions. I've taken care of males and females of different age, ethnicities, locals and expats with various diagnoses. And what I did was I saw them during their chemotherapy, or when they were going through surgery before and after, or radiation therapy, after radiation therapy, or during immunotherapy. And of course, post-surveillance when they were in remission. And they came back for post-surveillance. When they were in post-surveillance or when they were in remission, they came back just to enhance their well-being. Because at that time, I followed them all throughout the journey. At that point, they essentially just come to me and said to me, hey girl, you know, I feel good, anxiety's gone down, stress has gone down, I just want to enhance my well-being and I want to sustain it. So I'm going to come and keep seeing you. I'm like, let's do this. Let's keep that going. So essentially, I captured the perceptions of feelings pre and post session on a form, and that was my anecdotal evidence. Now, how did I give it validity? Because Reiki is intangible. There's no measurement device like EEG or EKG to measure Reiki. There's cerulean photography. It's expensive. It measures the dimension of your biofield or your energy field. So I used a validated numerical tool, which is used in major oncology centers around the world, including MD Anderson. So I essentially focused on 4 symptoms, and those are the symptoms that I observed during the treatment. That was pain, stress, anxiety, and overall well-being. I gave them scale, 0 feeling amazing, 10 feeling worse. And I captured the symptoms on a scale, pre and post session. That was my tangible outcome. And I'm very proud to say that Research and Ethics Committee have approved my study for publication. So we are now in the process of interpretation of my data. We're going to write the manuscript and hopefully present at ASCO in Chicago next year, which is American Society of Clinical Oncology, and then hopefully have the journals published in peer-reviewed articles soon, starting with Journal of Oncology Global. What's the outcome of Reiki? There was a gap in the support system. Once the chemotherapy finishes, what's next? Okay, I go through surgery. What's next? Radiation immuno. What's next? I mean, what do I do after? What do I do after I finish my journey? Where do I start? What happens? What about my nutrition? What about movement? What about purpose? What about relationships? What about community? Is there a support group? So one of my patients said, Shilpa, we can't find any support groups. Can you start one? And I'm thinking, well, am I allowed to? I'm like, well, hell with it. I'm going to do it. My patients need it. Yes, I'm going to do it. So I started a support group called Tribe of Warrior Women, Spirited, Thriving, Conquering. It's a WhatsApp group. It's not scalable, but I'm building a website. I'm building a community, so hopefully we're going to, migrate to that pretty soon. These are my gorgeous girls. We meet once a month, if not twice a month. We have lots of fun, ladies' night, lunch, brunches, but we also do adrenaline rush activities. You can see we did skydiving. They're crazy. We did hot air balloon ride. Crazy. But absolutely beautiful. Pink run. One of my girls was undergoing immunotherapy, and she ran 10 kilometers while she was getting infused. Kudos to her. And she was stage 4. I'm happy to say she's in remission. No longer stage 4. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's another story. So essentially, I also do a lot of well-being workshops with them, and I get a lot of functional medicine, integrative oncologists, or lifestyle medicine physicians to have a chat with them about nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management, community relationships, all the foundational pillars that they need to build, and then move on from there for sustainability. Basically, Tribe of Warrior Women is the pulse, the movement, the heartbeat, my pride and joy. I absolutely love these gorgeous souls that teach me every single day to be better than my best, and they absolutely lead with heart. And that's the beauty of all of these beautiful, beautiful warriors. Here's one of my girls, stage 2 breast cancer, diagnosed about 2.5 years ago, absolutely in full remission, doing fantastic. If you would have seen her 2.5 years ago, you wouldn't have recognized her. Look at her now. She's absolutely, doing amazing with her life, got into she loves her work. She essentially helps her family with her family business. She travels the world. She essentially works out, focuses on nutrition, focuses on a purpose and mindfulness practices. She's absolutely doing amazing. Can we increase the volume, please?
When I found out about my diagnosis, I was 38 and I felt like my whole world turned upside down.
Can't hear it.
Multiple rounds of chemo, several surgeries, immunotherapy, radiation, the whole gamut. That's no easy feat. It wears you out bit by bit. But for me, Reiki...
Do we have volume, guys?
It was a pole I used, that's the best way to describe a pole I used to hike tall mountains.
Sorry, guys, technology. And we're talking about technology today.
Bonjour, good morning. When I found out about my diagnosis, I was 38 and I felt like my whole world turned upside down. Going through multiple rounds of chemo, several surgeries, immunotherapy, radiation, the whole gamut, that's no easy feat. It wears you out bit by bit. But for me, Reiki really saved me. It was a pole I used, that's the best way to describe, a pole I used to hike a tall mountain filled with pressed snow at minus 40 degrees. And boy, was that tough. Before my treatment, I would feel so anxious, nervous, negative emotions. But after receiving Reiki, I would feel a sense of calmness, some happiness, and that kind of translated into less overall pain. And for this, I have Shilpa to thank for. Her work as my healer has played an immense role in my journey to date. And it's been over 2 years where I actively seek Reiki from her, because some days are much harder than others, and I have this sense of immense peace after I receive Reiki. Shilpa's beautiful talent also gave birth to a WhatsApp group called the Warrior Women. This group supports women like me who are going through this tough journey, and it's a forum that helps us all heal collectively. Shilpa, we all have so much gratitude for the great work you do. You truly are the wind beneath our wings.
They truly are the wind beneath my wings. These girls, they're amazing, they're gorgeous, all of my patients are, and I love them immensely. And I do what I do is out of that sheer love. By the way, I do that on complimentary, voluntary basis. That's not my main role at the hospital. I am absolutely always going to be grateful to my beautiful patients and their families for having faith in me and having faith in my practice and having that belief that they gave me, they allow me to be on the journey with them and to take care of them by giving them Reiki. My gorgeous caregivers, always, always my advocates and my champions, I'm so truly grateful to them. And of course, my amazing teams, my education team and my oncology team, and without them and their advocacy and support, I wouldn't get a chance to do this. These are my references. Any questions, comments, feedback, all are welcome. That's my LinkedIn profile, my Instagram profile. Farasha Wellbeing is the sanctuary that I'm building for my warriors, and it's going to be open globally for all the warriors globally, and it should be launching soon, so stay tuned. And to summarize, I just wanted to let you all know that Reiki is an effective tool. It's impactful, it helps. By no means it cures, no. It's a complementary alternative therapy that increases the efficacy of the treatment that the patient is on. It helps recalibrate your mindset. And how can this, how can you, incorporate this into corporate world? Well, it's transferable. You can incorporate this into workplace well-being, as you saw that I did with my caregivers. And what impact does it have? Well, it, boosts, right? Boosts connection, builds trust, empathy, compassion, and on top of that promotes resilience. So when you have that in-house, that productivity. So on that note, I want to leave you all with an intention. Just for today, be kind to yourself and others. Thank you so much.